إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا أبناء المعصومين جل الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله وسلم. الله صدقيتها رفعت من زهرا صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أناديه ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا أعصيه ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازيه. نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه على آلائه ونعمائه، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، إلها واحدا أحدا فردا صمدا قيوما، نؤمن له بالربوبية ونقر له بالعبودية، ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وصل اللهم وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين والأوصياء والصديقين وعترة نبيك الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه المنتجبين ومن تبعهم بإحسان وإيمان إلى يوم الدين. عباد الله، أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الذين إن مكناهم في الأرض أقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وأمروا بالمعروف ونهوا عن المنكر ولله عاقبة الأمور. صدق الله العلي العظيم. In the previous week, our subject was about how to make our communities healthier, stronger, more unified, and more prosperous. And I mentioned one of these reasons, one of these causes that we need to embrace and adopt in our community, and that is social cohesions, social accord, social harmony. This is probably the most important thing we have to develop in our community. In a society, in a country, in a neighborhood where people are suspicious of each other, disrespectful of each other. They are racing with each other. The poor is racing with the rich. The neighbor is racing with his neighbor. The customers racing with the boss of the company, with the owner of the shop, with the owner of the business. This type of competition, this type of race, this type of mistrust between the people will destroy the whole society. And this is, as I mentioned last week, such a society would not be called Islamic, not even a human society. The most important characteristics of an Islamic society is national and social unity and understanding of each other. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Help each other, do not exploit each other. Try to stand with each other, support each other, uphold each other, do not destroy each other. وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعِدْوَانِ. When there is a cause, and that cause is disturbing cause, don't support that cause. وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعِدْوَانِ. If someone is exploiting his community, his nation, do not help him. Do not stand with him. So this is what is important. In the society, we need social cohesion, social togetherness. And then today I'd like to mention another aspect of a strong and healthy community, and that is the sense of responsibility. كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. All of us are leaders. There is no single leader in the community, in the society. All members of that society are leaders, and all of them are responsible for their subjects. وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. We are all leaders. Men, women, old, senior citizens, young, youth, children. We are all leaders in the society, and we are responsible for our subjects. In a society where only few people feel responsible and the rest are irresponsible, that is not a successful society. That society is not going to move forward. That society is not going to be prosperous. In every community, every society, people all have to participate, all people. If only few work and the other are spectators, they watch, they don't work, they don't produce, they don't give, they don't contribute, then that society cannot move forward. Society depends on the energy and the participation of all members. No one is excluded. Sometimes I say, whenever we have fundraising, or people have fundraising elsewhere, all people have to pay. Someone can pay $10,000, someone can pay $10, but you must pay. Don't decline. Even if you can afford $10, pay this $10. Al-qalil khayrun min al-hirman. To pay little, less, is better than not to pay at all. You have to pay. You have to give. You have to work. Someone can work, can do 90% of the job, which is good. Someone can do 5% of the work. Still, you have to do. You cannot decline. You are the builder of your community. We don't expect a foreigner from elsewhere, a stranger from outside to build the community for me. This is my responsibility. I'm living in this community. My wife, my children are living. My family are growing in this community. I don't expect someone else to come and help. We have to help. When the Prophet ﷺ built the Muslim society in Medina, when he started building the masjid, every single person, every man of that society was building the mosque, including himself. They came to him, they said, Ya Rasulullah, you don't have to work. You are our guide. You give us guidance, knowledge. You are the leader. Relax. He said, no, I have to work myself. This is my mosque. I am part of it. I want to worship my Lord in this mosque. He was an example for all. All people were working. No one was excluded, including the Prophet himself and his family. This is how we build the society. We need the talent, the work, the intelligence of all members of the society. This is the beauty of life. When you build something together, when you build it together, you're going to enjoy it. But when only few are builders, others are spectators, they just sit and watch, work is not going to move forward. Last year, I went to Pakistan, to Karachi. I went to a community that I consider them an ideal community. Why? Because all people of that community built their own mosque. They have a beautiful mosque in a beautiful neighborhood. They did not get donation from outside. All members of that community, they put their money into building that community. Not only in terms of money, but in terms of work also. I went to the Friday prayers. It gets packed. Probably 5,000 people were inside and outside the mosque. And they had heavy security because of the target killing of the Shias in Pakistan, unfortunately. They had very heavy security. And I wanted to know why this community is successful. I was observing to learn. I realized that the president of the board of directors, who is a senior officer in the Air Force, he's a pilot himself, he's retired. I did not see him sitting in the office. I kept asking about him. Where is Fulan? They told me he's outside. Then after half an hour he came, he was carrying the radio. He said, Sayyid, I cannot rest in the office. Today is an important day, Friday prayers, and we are targeted. Anything wrong could happen. So he was in the field. He was checking on all the gates, all the guards who are standing outside. He was working. I told him it's successful because of you, your leadership. You are not just a president by name, fictitious name, real president. You worry about your community. You are the last one to come and pray, the last one to eat. You make sure that your community is safe. The safety, the security, the prosperity of your community is your prime goal. On the other hand, I've been in many Islamic centers in this country, in America, and they have people on the board of directors, you don't see them. They don't even attend Friday prayers. People do not know them. They only know their names, but they don't see them. Invisible, hidden imams, Imam al-Ghaib. He's a president, he's board member, but he doesn't come, he doesn't participate. For prestige. He wants the name for prestige, not for service. This is the difference. If you look for the name for prestige, you are not going to succeed. Your community, your center is not going to succeed. But if you need to be there to help, to serve, you are there, then you will succeed. كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Someone who does not have that sense of responsibility in his community, he is careless. He just wants people to serve him without paying back. He wants people to aid him, to help him, to rush, to help him. But when the people need help, he's not there, he's absent. That person does not have wujdan. His wujdan, his conscience is dead. Is dead. That person is sometimes less than animals, because sometimes animals have sense of responsibility. Animals, when their children are attacked, they go for defense. They defend their family, their nest. Even birds, they have sense of responsibility. We have to have sense of responsibility. We have to build the community together. And we have to inspire our children that you are part of this community. You are part of this community. If you want to be successful, then your community has to be successful too. Your environment has to be successful. If we live in an environment which is in disarray, it's not organized, we don't have a proper organizations, not only I am going to lose, my entire family, my children, my grandchildren are going to lose. So if I seek happiness and stability for my marriage, my family, my life, I have to seek it first for my community. I have to participate. I have to give sense of responsibility. Al-ihsas bil-mas'uliyah. According to your ability, someone can give intellectually, someone can give physically, someone can give financially, someone has expertise, experience, wisdom. But we have to pitch in. We have to work together. This is what brings real prosperity for the community. When all members of that community feel sense of responsibility. This is my place, this is my institution, this is my neighborhood. This is my neighborhood. I have to take care of my neighborhood. So this is the second element of al-mujtama'un najih, successful community. Number one, I mentioned it last week. What was last week's topic? About what? Social cohesion, social accord. We help each other. Social cohesion, real love. When people exchange, they exchange compassion, not animosity. In some countries and some societies, people are rivaling with each other, even neighbors. Sibaq, they have race with each other. So I grab this before my neighbor takes it. Even in the market, when you go to the market, something comes in you, they do hujum, attack. The stronger, so women, for instance, women, the weaker part of the community, they don't have access to it. This is not good. This means that this community exploiting each other. This community is based on injustice, on aggression, on greed. We don't want our communities to be based on greed. We want our community to be based on grace, on mercy, on compassion. The story of Musa, when he went to Madian and people were watering from that well, he found two ladies standing aside. They have to spend the whole day standing aside. Why? Because men don't allow them to come and water. So he asked them, why are you standing here? She said to him, لا نسقي حتى يصدر الرعاع وأبونا شيخ كبير. We have an old father. He cannot make it here. This is a patriarch society dominated by men. They don't allow women to get water. So we have to wait until sunset. When all people finish their work, then we come. Musa did not accept that. This is not justice. This is not justice, where the stronger always monopolizes things, dominates things. You have to allow the weaker part of the society. I always say Islam is not exhibited only in Salatul Jum'ah, when we pray 5 times a day, neither in the month of Ramadan. Islam is also exhibited in the way you drive your car, in the traffic in that community. If the traffic is nice and good, people are helpful, respectful of each other, this is an Islamic society. If their traffic is miserable, based on greed and sibaq and race, this is not an Islamic society. Choose another name for it. Even in the traffic, even the way you drive. This is haqq al-tariq. We have it in Islam, haqq al-tariq. Be thoughtful of others. Don't take the road for you. Don't dominate. Allow others. Give the way of right. Give the right of way to others. Because they are with you, sharing the same. If something happens, you're going to be involved in that too. If there is an accident, not only people's time is wasted, your time is also wasted. Your energy is wasted. Take care of your community. So this was the first, and the second, the sense of responsibility, and I have the third and the fourth for the upcoming weeks, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد وصل اللهم وسلم على خلفاء نبيك وأوصيائه وأهل بيته علي أمير المؤمنين وقائد الغر المحجلين وعلى البضعة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين وعلى سبطي نبي الرحمة وسيدي شباب أهل الجنة الحسن والحسين عليهما السلام وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي عجل الله تعالى فرجه وسهل مخرجه وجعلنا من أنصاره وأعوانه عباد الله أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. In the previous session, in the second sermon, I mentioned what are the ways to attract others to our school, to our madhab, to our tradition. I mentioned that when it comes to the system of belief and doctrine and ideology, Shia Islam is number one. And I don't say this emotionally, out of emotion, but this is out of research and intellectual conviction. Because everything we say has roots in the Quran. It's not strange to the Quran or the tradition of a Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I mentioned areas that we have to work on them because we are delinquent when it comes to practicing Islam. We are delinquent. We are behind. And I mentioned 4 areas last week. I'm going to mention 2 more areas this week and another 2 next week, inshallah. The first area we have to work on our salat. You cannot survive in the akhirah if your salat is broken here. Sometimes your khums is broken, fasting is broken, they can fix it there. But when the salat is broken, as-salatu amudu din. In qubilat qubila ma siwaha. Wa in ruddat rudda ma siwa. It's the foundation of faith. If your salat is accepted, it's like the major. If your major is good, you did well in the major, then the supplementary subjects are not very important. You're going to pass them too. If the salat is accepted, other a'mals are going to be accepted. But if the salat is rejected, وَإِن رُدَّتْ رُدَّ مَا سِوَاهَا, others are going to be rejected too. Take care of your salat. Our leader, who's our leader? Contemporary leader, huh? Not very old leader. Huh? Al-Imam al-Sadiq, the founder of the Ja'fari tradition, is Al-Imam Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. At his deathbed, he says, لا تنال شفاعتنا يوم القيامة مستخفا بصلاته. If you take your salat lightly, you are excluded from our shafa'ah. Don't look up for my shafa'ah on the day of judgment. Don't look up to my shafa'ah. So take your salat seriously. We, the Shia, I say that again and again very clearly. Sometimes we take the salat lightly. Sometimes we are behind others. When it comes to salat, we are behind others. We don't take care of the nawafil. We enter the masjid, we greet each other, we forget about tahiyyat al-masjid. This is the simplest thing you can do. 2 salat, 2 rak'ah tahiyyah. It is going to be reserved for you on the day of judgment. So this is number 1. Number 2, take care of the masjid. Masjid is the most important institution in Islam. The most important foundation. Masjid is more important than senior center, than youth center, than Husayniyah, than this and that. The masjid, we have to promote the masjid. We have to build. If you build in your village, build a mosque. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدٍ. The mosque is the mother institution of others. Others are furu', branches. The masjid is the asl. So take care of the masjid, adab al-masjid, respect the masjid, promote the mosque. Respect the mosque. Mosque has adab al-masajid. And I've mentioned adab al-masajid so many times. No gossiping, no chatting. We can chat outside, but in the masjid, وَلَذِكْرُ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ. This is a place, a spiritual place, sacred place. No conflict in the masjid with others. Show your love, show your respect, show your honor to the masjid. No discrimination in the masjid. In Islam, we don't have a mosque only for the black, mosque only for the rich. I went to an African country a month ago. I was there. Some people complained to me. They said, we are black. They don't allow us to go into this mosque because we are black, because we are not part of them. This is a reality. I saw it with my eyes. This is not a mosque. This is a national club. Call it club, Nadi, and Juman Fulan. Choose a name, but don't call it, because the mosque is the house of God, open for all. It's open for Muslims and non-Muslims, for Shias and Sunnis and atheists and a Christian. Whoever wants to come to the house of God, ahlan wa sahlan. Don't shut the door. This is one of the manners of respecting the mosque. Don't make it an inclusive club. It's not a club. It's an open house, open shelter. People come here to find some peace, tranquility, to find some attention, some respect, some love, some help. This is what you have to provide in the masjid. We have to take care of the masjid. This is number 2. What was number 3? Beside the masjid, what did I say? Do you remember, my friends? I don't remember myself. It is to take care of this book. Again, no salvation without respecting and exercising and implementing this holy book. Some of the Shia put the dua before the Quran. You are wrong, my friends. Dua is important. Dua is very important. I love the dua myself. but I don't put it number one and Quran number two. This is number one. Read the Quran every day. Keep it on your desk, in your car, in your room, in your office, in your bedroom. Wherever you have a space, keep this book and read it. This is the main source of inspiration. Whatever we have in the dua, whatever sentence, bring me any dua. Whatever sentence you have, it stems from this book, comes from this book. The knowledge of the Quran. Ahlul Bayt, when they produced Imam Ali, when he produced Dua Kumail, where did he learn the dua from? Where? From a school, from a college? No, from this book, from the Holy Quran. So put the Quran number one. Exchange gifts. When you take a gift to someone, give him a copy of the Quran. In America, give him the translation. There are beautiful translations that came out recently. Give them a copy of the Quran. So this is number three. And number four, sha'air. Sha'air al-Hussein are sacred, but we have to be moderate and reasonable about them. We should not defeat the purpose. We should not insult Imam Hussein through some of the sha'air. I don't say all, but some of them, they insult Imam Hussein. They do injustice to his cause. They don't help Shia Islam. They don't help Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. We have to be reasonable and rational, not emotional. Don't be emotional. Imam Hussein wants you to help his cause. Imam Hussein is gharib. Nobody took care of him. He stood alone in the desert of Karbala. He wants you to introduce him to the world through rationality, through logic. Introduce the message of Imam Hussein, the akhlaq, the manners of Imam Hussein, ma'arifu Ahlul Bayt. We are not doing enough to introduce the ma'arif, the knowledge, the manner, the tradition of Ahlul Bayt. We focus only on sha'air, sha'air, sha'air. Not only others are not going to benefit, our young generation is leaving Islam because of some of these sha'air. So don't do that. Don't be emotional. Don't tell me I used to do this in my village in Pakistan, in Iran, in Iraq. Your village is respected. You are in Orange County. You are in America. You are in a place 2 days ago in this mosque. We had several rabbis on Wednesday here in this mosque. Several bishops, several priests, several pastors from all other. On this podium 2 days ago, a Sikh imam, not imam, what they call him in his tradition. Sikh leader stood and he gave a speech. So your mosque is open for other religions. You are not living only within your own people. This is back home, yes. Back home you are free. But this is a new front, new frontiers for Islam here. We have to consider the time and the environment. And who's listening to me? Who's coming to my mosque? I'm endowed with this responsibility to transfer my Islam to others, not just to keep it to myself. Yes, if I am selfish, I keep it to myself. I don't care about what people say, how they judge me. I don't care. But Islam, Allah says, you have to propagate my religion, transfer it to others. بِالْحِكْمَةِ وَالْمَوْعِظَةِ الْحَسَنَةِ بِالْحِكْمَةِ. This is what Imam Hussein wants from you. Be a good father. Be a good family man. Be a good mother. Be a good citizen in the community. Be a good member in the community. Some of you here in this community are dearer to me than my own children. Though there is no connection, no blood relationship between me and you. But some of you, because of your dedication, because of your true love to Imam Hussein, you love Imam Hussein the way he wants you to love him, not the way you want to love him. This is the difference. This is the difference. We have to follow him and follow God the way they want us to follow. Not that I draw a map for myself and I say, because I love this, this is selfishness. I should ask God, what do you want me to do for you? Imam Hussein, how can I help you in America? God put me in this country. How can I serve your cause? How can I introduce you to others, to mankind? Don't keep him in your circle. Don't do injustice to Imam Hussein. Yes, my friends, believe me, if I take my eyes out and give it to Imam Hussein, I did not do enough for him. If I take my heart out of my chest and give it to him, still I did not do enough for him. It's not about what you give. It's about how and why you are giving this. Are you helping the cause of Imam Hussein, or you are further damaging it? We should not damage it. So this is point number 4 of last week. Today, I would add one more point and I conclude. Some, and I have to be just to say some, sometimes very few, sometimes 1%, less than 1%, but those less than 1% are very loud. And then they influence the whole community. Some in the community, when you look at them, they speak on behalf of Imam al-Zaman, Imam Sahib al-Asri wal-Zaman. But they don't represent him very well. Some people portray themselves as if they have gotten the franchise of Imam al-Zaman, and the franchise is only for them. They are the only representatives. They speak on his behalf. They contact him as if they have a hotline with him. This is not good. This is not good. This is wrong. This is wrong. This destroys the madhab. This drives scores of people away from the madhab. Sometimes someone does mutajara business, drug trafficking. He makes his money from drugs. Sometimes sex trafficking. Sometimes tobacco trafficking, let's say. But when someone does tijara in the deen, when he uses the deen as a business, this is very dangerous. This is very dangerous because he inflicts damage not only on himself, on the entire deen, the entire community. He does injustice to the entire community. Imam al-Zaman is our Imam. He has equal access. The more you are committed, the more you have access to him. Imam Zaman does not want you to wear amama to have access to him. He doesn't want you. He doesn't even want you to have a specific language. All what he asks you to be sincere, to have ikhlas in your life. The more ikhlas you have, the more dedication, the more service for the sake of God, the more access you have to him. So don't allow some people to be the spokesperson of Imam Zaman. Some of them are liars. Some of them are liars. They are taking advantage of some naive people. And we also should not be naive. A Shia Muslim should not be naive or simple-minded. We have to educate ourselves. We should not believe every story which is being told by this person and that person. We have to respect Imam Sahib al-Zaman. Yes, he's there, he's hidden. Some people definitely have access to him, but nobody possesses the franchise of Imam al-Zaman. Imam al-Zaman does not have a specific agent in the community that you have to go through him. He doesn't do that. So this is one of the things that we have to realize about our Imam. And as I said, many people are disillusioned by faith and religion, not because of religion itself, but because those who say we represent religion. This is the problem. Some of them are scholars, some of them are non-scholars. Imam al-Zaman has open access to anyone. A scholar, maybe a marja' cannot see Imam al-Zaman, but maybe an old lady, poor lady who does not have food to eat, she can have access to him. This is how it works. It all depends on your heart, on your dedication, on your ikhlas, on your connection to God and the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt. And inshallah, we're going to discuss more of these things in the upcoming weeks. Allahumma aghfir lil mu'minina wal mu'minat wal muslimina wal muslimat الأحياء منهم والأموات تابع اللهم بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين ووحد كلمة المؤمنين على الخير والبر والصلاح والتقوى يا أرحم الراحمين وعجل في فرج إمامنا وقائدنا صاحب العصر والزمان وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات ثواب الفاتحة مع الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد